Welcome to Programming Minds. In this video, we are going to learn what is vector in C++ standard template libraries and how it works. We are going to write C++ program for the vectors. Okay, so let's get started. Vectors are like a dynamic arrays. So we understood what is array in the C++ tutorials. So vectors are the dynamic arrays. It can resize itself automatically when an element is inserted or deleted. So main difference between array and vector is that array cannot resize itself when the size of array is defined, but vector can resize itself automatically when element is inserted or the deleted. Storage of vector handled by its container itself. So we doesn't need to do anything. The storage of vector handled by its container itself. In vectors, data inserted at the end. So now let's understand how we can access the elements of the vector. Reference operator. So this is the reference operator we have used this to access element in the array, but in vector also we can use this reference operator, and it will return element from mentioned position as we have seen in array. So add function, this is also used to access the element from the vector. Then front function, it returns element at the front of the vector. Back function, it returns element at the end of the vector. So to check capacity, we use following functions in the vector. So size function returns number of elements in the current vector. Max size function returns maximum number of elements vector can hold. Capacity function returns size of a storage capacity allocated to the vector. And empty function returns whether the container is empty or not. Following are the some modifiers can be used on the vector modifications. Okay. So pushback function is used to push element in the vector from back. Pop back function used to remove element from the vectors from the back side. Insert function is used to insert new element in the vector. Erase function used to remove element from specified position of the vector. Clear function is used to remove all elements from the vector. And envelance function, it's extend the container by inserting new element at the position. So these are the various functions can be used while using vectors. Now let's implement vector. Start by including libraries. Hash include stream, and we need to include library of or the header file of vector as well using namespace standard. Let's write main function int main, and into main function return 0. Let's define two vectors by two methods. There are many methods to define vector. We will use two methods here. One is like this, we will define empty vector, and second method we will use v1, and we will add elements in the vector and 20, 30, 40 and 50. So by these two methods we can define vector. So we have defined one vector as a v. So for defining vector or any standard template library, we need to use that keyword vector. Then we need to define the data type and then variable which will store the data. Okay. So this is v vector which is empty, and this is v1. This is storing 5 elements 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So these are the all integer variables. Now let's move to the next line, and now let's use these functions or the element access specifiers. So let's start with reference operator. Okay, so let's print cout v1. Let's print from position 2, use handle, then cout. Let's use v1 dot at 3, use handle, and use cout v1 dot front handle, cout v1 dot back, use handle. Okay, so these are four methods we can access the element from vector. So now let's check this size capacity function, size, max size, capacity, and empty. So we can use cout v1 dot size and we can print v1 dot capacity, then we can print v1 dot max size, and cout v1 dot what is remaining now, capacity done, max size done. Okay, empty, done. Okay, let's check this function. Let's run program. Click on local Windows debugger. Program is running successfully and there are no compilation errors. Okay, so we are using this access operator first, and we are printing the element at second position. So 30 is at second position, 0 1 2, so it's printing 30. Then we are printing element from third position, which is 40. Then we are printing front and back, so here it is printed front and back. Then we are checking size of a vector. Its size is a 5, capacity is also 5, maximum size that vector can hold, so this is the maximum size. And we are checking if it is empty, and it's returned 0, so it's not empty. Now let's check another functions on v vector. Okay, so v dot pushback, let's print, let's add 11. Okay, let's add more elements here. Okay, 22, 33, 44. Now let's use for loop to print elements of from the vector. Int I is equal to 0. I will be less than v dot size, I plus plus, you see out v, and let's give some space here. You see out. STL. Then let's use pop back function. Let's use it two times. Pop back, and let's print again the vector. Okay, let's run programming and check if it's working well. So we will check this functions. Now we have added five elements in vector v, which is 11, 22, 33, 44, and 55 by using pushback method. Then we are using pop back method to remove the element. So we have used it twice. So we have removed 55 and 44. So this is how vector can be used in C++ programming language. It is very much used in industry level. So you can practice it and get the more expertise. Okay. If you like this video, subscribe to the Programming Minds YouTube channel. Thank you.